Hey everyone, welcome back. This is not a video announcing a release of Terraform Craft Plus. This is a video just showing some of the stuff I've been working on. I know it's been a bit since I released anything, and I wanted to talk about why that might be. I'm sure a few of you guys have seen the videos on. I'm pretty sure I made a video about moss. And I've been working on getting the moss working on trees. As you might imagine, that's pretty difficult because, I don't know, it's not just like this. There's obviously like diagonals and stuff that, that these branches can go on. So it is rather complicated to make all the textures right and to figure everything out. But I also want to talk about some other things. So I'm pretty sure when the next update comes out, we will have all the new trees generating in the world. I have textures for two trees, two new ones. So we have mahogany. Stop that. Which I don't believe is spawning before. We have teak and actually no, another one, ebony. The textures for ebony were there previously, but they weren't generating. Now they will be. So that'll be 3 new trees that I have the textures for, and then we have a few more after that. There's going to be limba trees and baobab trees and ginkgo trees, and fever trees. I believe that's it, except for this thing here. So this is a sample of what the new fruit trees are going to look like. So you're going to plant the sapling, and it will, over the course of a few months, grow into something that looks a bit like this, and then using the same mechanics that trees grow and lose their leaves in the fall and spring, it has grown these leaf blocks, which will, in the right season, produce fruit. So you can see the wood type here is fruit wood, and all fruit trees are going to have that kind of wood. And so if you take an axe and you chop them down, you will get a wood out of that. I'm not sure why you would be deforesting your orchards, but it is something that happens now, so we do have that. And you may have seen some items in my inventory. We have these are grapes. Grapes will take a lot longer to grow than most other crops. In fact, they will take you longer than 1 year. They do have a high cold tolerance though, so they should, if you're not too far north, they should last you over the winter and start growing again in the spring. And we can actually, just for the sake of showing it off, let's just go forward in time so we can see what this looks like as it grows. And yeah, and there we have the grape block, grape plant. You can actually see there's a ladder here. And that is actually something that you must have. In order to plant grapes, you must have a ladder in your inventory. It is consumed when you plant it, and if you ever decided to break the block, you'd get the ladder back. However, breaking the block is not something that you will often be doing, because you can right-click the harvest, and that will currently what it does is it resets the growth timer back down to half. In the future, I think there's like an internal counter that it uses to decide when it's next going to trigger a growth cycle. And I may just use that instead, because then it's not really dependent on the nutrients in the soil or anything like that. By the time it'll get the fruit again, it'll just be like a set amount of time. Yeah, and so also grapes, you harvest them, you get about 24 ounces. So I hope that's enough. That's like a pound and a half of grapes per plant. But of course, you plant them once and they just kind of are like that forever. And you do get seeds when you harvest them as well. So they actually are pretty, like, obviously it takes a lot longer to grow one because it takes you longer than a year. But you get the seed and you get to keep the original plant. So that does let you spread them over time. We currently have berry wine, which can be made for most of the berries, but I'm going to add regular wine, which will be made from these grapes. You can also just eat them. And of course, they are a fruit. So yeah, that has been what has been taken up most of my time. The moss has been taking so long. My goodness. I think it looks pretty good so far. Yeah. Obviously, you know, like some of these, like this top texture here, that's not correct yet. This is just using like the full tile texture. It's not using like a connected texture like it is over here. So, you know, that's still a work in progress. I just want to give you guys a quick update. And I guess about the channel, we briefly crossed or reached 1,000, or I briefly reached 1,000 subscribers today. Went back under. That's pretty huge for me. You know what? Like, I honestly didn't think I'd ever get 1,000 subscribers. I mean, that was probably, you know, before I started making videos again. But the response that I've been getting has been awesome. So thanks a lot, guys. I really am doing this, well, I mean, mostly because these are things that I want to have added to the game. But it's really encouraging that all of you really enjoy playing the mod. And, you know, just, you know, playing with the hard work that I put into this game. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.